Yo, what's up? How y'all doing, man? This is your boy, Pastor Rav, coming to you live, funky fresh, in the flesh, with no other than Sandra R. Harris in the building. Hey, listen, man, listen. We want to try to get this thing popping like we know how. Listen. Hey, we got a little background music playing on tonight. But listen, it's our anniversary. Hey, man.
15 years.
15 of them joints. Hey, listen, we live tonight. Also, if you want, you can call in. Y'all hold on for a minute. We're going to talk a little bit. We're going to talk about 15 years. 15 years. And counting. We still got work to do in these 15 years. We still got work to do. Hey, listen, man. Listen. Real talk. We just came on. We're going to shoot the breeze a little bit. We're going to talk a little junk. We're gonna tell our story from cradle to the present time. You know, people like to say from cradle to grave, but we ain't dead yet. So we're talking about cradle to the present time. So we're gonna talk about where we are, how we started, man, some ups, some downs, some highs, and some lows. We ain't gonna give y'all all the juice now. Don't think you about to get all the juice, but we're gonna tell you, hey, what it takes, man, and how we started. There's some things that went on and how we stayed there. We're gonna tell you about, man. I'm gonna wait. I ain't gonna give y'all all the tea right now. As the student was saying, I ain't gonna give y'all all the tea right now, but
yeah, don't spill all.
We're gonna give y'all some tea.
Don't spill it all.
Hey, what's up to my people watching
Hello,
out there?
Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook.
Family and friends.
Yes. So I'm just gonna put on my Facebook page that we are live on the Change is the Truth podcast. So listen, if you want to jump in, man, y'all can jump in.
Thank you.
Hey, what's good?
Thank you, Terrell.
What's up, Terrell?
Congratulations to you and your beautiful queen as well.
Right on.
We saw you. I can't believe you did it, but you did it.
Hey, man, you're going to be able to make you some memories. Yes.
Hey, Julie. She's been married forever. But we're celebrating 15 years, and so we're just having a 15-year anniversary chat. Hey, Karen.
All right. Hey, listen, we're going to, I'm going to knock this out so we'll be able to see y'all as y'all jump in.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you. Hey, Karen, you know we about to cut up, right?
Because, listen.
Man, y'all know we about to cut up. I'm telling you, we about to cut up.
Listen, I credit some of this union to Karen.
Yes, Karen.
Let me tell you, you remember Karen?
Yes, Karen.
Karen said, come on, Sandra, you got to give him a shot.
You got to give him a shot,
You got to give him a chance.
That's right. And Karen, she happy she gave me a chance, too. I bet you that. Yeah, laugh now.
I was not thinking about no Mr. Harris, okay?
Yeah.
Karen said, Sandra, come on, just give him a chance. He's a nice little country boy.
Yeah.
Just give him a shot.
Nice little country boy. That's what I was. A nice little country boy. Hey, listen, man, we're going to have a little fun. And we're gonna talk about, yep. See ya, Karen. Thank you, girl. Karen. I'm glad. Karen, you told the truth.
She remembers all those years ago. She trying to quit me.
That's right.
I'm like,
remember I said that, Karen, she's trying to quit me.
I'm like, who says quit anymore?
Country folk.
We're not 5th grade.
Country folk. So that's what I said. She was trying to quit me back then. I mean, even back then, she was trying to quit a brother. Man, that is crazy, boy. I'm telling you, boy. A brother didn't even have a chance back then.
Back then,
Back
I didn't want you, but now I'm all up on you.
Back then you didn't want me, but now I'm hot. You all on me.
Now I'm all on you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get another one going right here. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna chat a little bit, not too long, not too much, but we wanted to come on and just share some of our 15 years and encourage some people.
Yes, encourage some people.
Hey, remember when he put them ribs
Put the rims on what?
on the caddy?
Oh yeah.
Listen, Terrell, you didn't even see the BMW.
I put that big old spoiler on that BMW.
I had a cute little BMW 325i.
That car was still ugly.
328i. This man would have put the biggest spoiler he could find on the back of my car. My dad said
That boy showed no country.
he done put this big spoiler on the car.
I'm telling you, boy. Yeah, he talked about me, but hey, listen, he love me now.
He does. He
love me now.
does.
'Cause I love his dog.
Come on, baby, get set up. I'm ready. Let's go.
I know you're ready. Look at you. Trying to rush the king. All right. Land man. What's up? Hey, listen, man. We just out here. Hey, what up, Terrell? What up, Karen? Hey, listen, what's up, Jay? Hey, what up, Cuzzo? What up, JB Adams? What's up, man? Hey, man, that's some Florida stuff. You already know it, man.
That's that Florida stuff.
Hey, listen, man. We about to have a little fun. If you on Facebook tonight, hey, tell your friends, man. Y'all tag somebody right quick. All you gotta do is type their name in the comment section, and it'll tag them. Hey, that'll let them know, man. We on, cause we about to cut up for a few minutes. So listen, hey, I'm gonna tell you how this thing all started, right? I was on the way to the movie one night. Yeah. I was on the way to the movie, and so I didn't have no money in my pocket. Hey, what's up there, Shay? How you doing?
Hey,
So,
Shay.
all right. So I didn't have no money in my pocket, right? So I passed like 5 banks. At the time, we lived in Hampton. Well, I lived in Hampton, way down there in the country by the Atlanta Motor Speedway. So I ain't have no money. Y'all know it. I ain't have no money. I'm gonna go and say it again. I ain't have no money. I ain't have no money in my pocket. And so at this particular time, I passed like all this banks. So I said, I'm gonna stop here. Then I said, nah. I said, I catch the next one. Then I said, no, I'm gonna stop here. Then I said, no, I'm gonna catch the next one. So the next one never came until I got on Mount Zion? Mount Zion Boulevard.
Mm-hmm.
Mount Zion Boulevard. And when I got on Mount Zion Boulevard, I pulled into the
Circle K.
the Circle K.
Circle
See
K.
them? See them?
Circle K.
So at this time, I had a brand new Dodge Ram 4-door. And what did I have? Do you remember what I had on the back window?
I do. It said, if God said it, then that settles it.
You forgot You forgot the I piece.
What is that?
God
said it, I believe it, and that settles it.
Yeah. So I had on the back of my truck window, God said it,
I
believe it, and that settles it.
Yeah.
And because of that right there, that what drew in really. I'm gonna tell y'all that's what drew in, because when I went into the Circle K to get me some money to go to the movie with the kids, she was coming out the door, and so as she was coming out the door, right, I was like, what I say? Good afternoon.
He was being flirtatious.
So
he said, "Ooh, you beautiful. I know your husband is proud of you."
Yes. I said your boyfriend or your husband.
Your boyfriend or your husband
is happy
I know
with you.
he's happy with you.
Yeah. So when she was like, and I said, she was cutting up. She was, and here I am, I'm nice, holding the door and everything, and she, you know. So right. So I said, hey, listen, don't never let nobody get you like that. I don't care who it is. Don't never allow anybody to get you like that. I say, because guess what? I can be your angel.
He did. He said, I could be your angel.
I could be your angel.
And you just shot me. You just trying to shoot me down.
Man.
All I was doing was giving you a compliment. And you trying to shoot me down. So I stopped. I looked at him. And then I looked at the truck and I said, okay.
So I went on in the store, right?
He might be all
Hey,
right.
this about to get funny, y'all. This about to get fun. This about to get real funny. So I went on into the store to get my little money. And so when I went and got my little money, all right, hey, you can call in to the network as well. The number is 404-324-0107. So you can also call into the network, and we will actually talk with you. And you will be live on Facebook and our YouTube page. The number is 404-324-0107. So as I went in to get my little money, right, I come out. When I come out, she was still standing out there waiting. She was waiting, and she was
Not
waiting.
waiting on him.
Yeah, you waiting.
I was not waiting
Hey, listen, man.
for him.
Okay. So why was you still outside?
I was still outside trying to figure out how to get all this stuff in my purse because I had gone into the
Tell them what a single parent do. Tell them what tell it.
We both were single parents. He was a single parent
That's
with
right.
2 kids, and
Right.
I was a single parent with 1 son.
Right.
So I had gotten out. I had been in the house 4 months, and I said, tonight I'm going out. So I got all
Thank you,
cute.
Maria.
I got all cute, went out to the movies. I was going to the movies by myself. And so I stopped at the gas station because I was not trying to pay those high behind prices at the movie theater.
So tell them what you had did at the gas
I
station.
went to the gas station and bought candy, soda, and all that stuff. And I was still in the car trying to put it in my purse, trying to make it fit in my purse so I could get it in the movie theater.
Right.
So I was not waiting for him.
Okay.
However,
comma.com. All right.
he did come out and he did, y'all, let me tell you.
Tell them about the other car that was sitting there. That I had a
It was
decision.
it
You
was
talking about?
another car.
I had a decision
And
to
he
make.
did, here he goes. He looking at my car, looking over in that car.
One was a Mercedes, one was a BMW. That's what she say now.
Yeah, so
I don't know nothing about that.
We were trying to figure out who was gonna win. Who was gonna win? Was this Mercedes gonna win with this cute girl in the car, or was this BMW gonna win with this little 5 piece of chocolate in the car? So he looking over there because the girl was looking at him. So he looking at her, looking at me, looking at her, looking at me. I said, look at this joker right here.
Right.
And then, okay, guys, now there's some game on top of game on top of game. Now,
Oh, this the real game
it
right
may
here,
be
boy.
some old school game, but I was,
She wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready for this.
She wasn't ready.
old school game.
So let me tell you what happened, right? So when I come out, right, she was still outside. So because she was outside, we began to go into some positive dialogue. And she ain't gonna tell the truth, y'all, but she was waiting. She was waiting because she had saw the back of my truck that said, God said it, I believe it, that settles it. And being that she was a Christian already in the church and I was in the church, it kind of like grabbed her attention. And at the same time, I bet you she realized that she was wrong as a Christian, that she was just that nasty. So I didn't know the young ladies in the other car, but I don't know if they saw me when I went in. But later on, she was like, oh, they were sitting there, they were waiting on you. But this is the funny part, right? So I wanted her number. I wanted her number. Hey, look, young boys, I need y'all to hear this. I need y'all to hear this, boy, because this is the bomb. Listen, this how you get the number. So
Don't y'all pull this type of
hey,
old school
listen,
game.
hey, man, this was an old school right here. So I told her, I said, hey, listen, my phone is in the truck. And I said, my phone dead. Hey, can I use your phone to call my daughter? So she gonna give me her phone, right? I took her phone and called my cell phone.
He done called his phone and then got my number.
I got her number. Let's watch this. But that was the killer part,
This
right?
joker didn't ask for my number. He done slick my number.
Yes, sir. I slicked that number. I got that number. I'm telling you, I got that number. So listen.
He done pulled
but,
some game.
but listen, did I run some game?
He done ran some game.
I done ran some
on
game,
this
boy.
little this young piece of chocolate.
Hey, James B, I ran game both. I ran that game, boy. Your car throw down, boy. Listen, so that was the killer part, right? So we stood out there. We must have talked about 45 minutes to an hour.
We did,
We stood out there. We touched
had
everything,
time.
right?
Yeah.
So listen, this was the killer part. This when she found out I had got a number. She said, we was getting ready to leave. So I was going to my truck, she was going to her car. She said, oh, you ain't gonna ask me for your number, for my number? I said, oh, I already got that.
Because I had no idea
She said, how you already got my number? I said, when I use your phone, I call myself. Sure did. Sure did. Just to show my name, P. up on the mark.
That's some old school game on top of old school game.
Hey, boy.
But it worked on me.
Hey, it worked.
I didn't know.
Hey,
I really thought he was calling his daughter.
Hey, let me tell y'all something. Pimpin' ain't dead. The fella just scared. I ain't scared, boy. I ain't scared. I got that number. Listen. But this the killer part, right? So we get to the movie. We were going to see something, my dear.
No.
You were going to see something.
No, we were actually going to the same movie.
No, we ended up in two separate movies. You went to see
The old school, something with more, I forgot.
I forgot the movie, right? So we ended up in the movie. So when I got into the movie with my kids, my daughter and them, they said, well, hey, listen, Daddy, let's just go get us something. Cause so my kids had went to the movie with my neighbors. With my neighbor. She lived in another subdivision. A lady I served in the military with. So she went to the movie with them. And so I was at home chilling. I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to bother nobody. I just wanted to rest. So my kids kept calling me, Daddy, come on, Daddy, come on, Daddy, come on. They had a trick up their sleeve, but God had another trick. I'm just telling you, hey, they had a trick up their sleeve, but God had another plan. So I should say that he didn't have a trick, but he had another plan. So we get to the movie theater, and my kids, they was like, well, Dad, let's go get something from the concession stand. So I said, okay, cool, no problem. So we get to the concession stand. I didn't know she was going to the movie. She was like, say, maybe two or three people in front of me. So when she ordered,
at the concession stand.
now she done went to the store already, and done bought all this stuff and put in her purse. And she had on a long trench coat. I should have known something was wrong. You go in the movie, it wasn't even really cold, and she had on a big old long trench coat.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Right, so she had on a big old long trench coat.
Lady Haney.
Yeah, hey, Lady Haney. So when she was ordering her stuff, I saw her. So I hollered out over everybody to the lady. I say, whatever she buy, put on my tab.
I wasn't buying anything but a soda, so I turned around and I said, oh, big spender.
Big spender, big spender, big spender. But watch this, she ain't turned that drink down, did you? You ain't turned that drink down.
I sure didn't.
Bye, y'all. I'm telling you right now. Listen, man, listen. Hey, listen, this is our 15-year anniversary. Hey, we're going to have fun.
We're going to have fun.
We hope y'all tune in and stay tuned. Hey, there, friend Lady Haney. I hope y'all stay tuned in. Hey, listen, it's going to be comical. Hey, share it with somebody. Listen, if you are married or you know somebody that's married, hey, tell them to join in right now, man, because we gonna cut up. Listen, we have been wanting to do this podcast for since we put this system up. Actually, I take that back. We've been wanting to do this for like 5 years. We've been talking about it. Or longer. And I kind of like...
Mommy, hey.
So I kind of, hey there, Miss Victoria. Hey, my love. Mother-in-law. So I kind of like didn't want to do it because I didn't want it to be the same most song and dance with marriage and relationship. But hey, here we are today. I told her the other day, I said, we're going to shoot a podcast for our anniversary. So she was like, okay. And so here we are. We're shooting a podcast and man, we just want to talk about how we got to where we are. Now listen, I got to tell y'all, if you saw my post this morning, there are some hills and valleys. But as I said in the song by Paul Jones, my good days outweigh my bad days, so I won't complain.
Yeah.
Listen, we have been through some ups, some downs, some highs, some lows, some trials and tribulations, but by the power of God, we're still here. Listen, if you want to call in to the Change Is the True podcast and you want to talk to Sandra or you would like to talk to Ralph, you can call in right now at 404-324-0107. Matter of fact, let me check to make sure the phone is not on Do Not Disturb, where you'll be able to call in and you can talk to either one of us and you can ask questions or whatever you choose to do on this podcast. All right. We on. We good.
And as you heard me say earlier, he was a single dad with 2 children. I was a single mom with 1. So, of course, we blended a family.
Right.
And marriage is tough as it is. And then now you're bringing children. And so that was another complexity of our marriage. But God, we got through it. So
yes.
We'll also be talking about a little bit piece of that, a little bit of blending a family.
Yes. Yes. So in that process, so
And
now
when
we might well fast forward then.
No,
We might well, no, I'm talking about fast forward to when we went to counseling with Minister Hill.
Okay.
All right. So with that being said, so here we are, right? Hey, what's up there, Pastor Lipson? So here we are, right? So we started dating, and y'all know we were both in the church. I'm gonna tell the truth. We were both in the church, and that flesh is something else. Now she's stronger than I am. I was trying. She wasn't trying. She was not putting herself in a situation where we would violate our vows as Christians. So
I ran from this joker for at least 6-7 months.
I'm telling you, boy. I'm telling you.
6 or 7 months.
Hey, that's when I knew that she was for me. When I couldn't get her, I said, "Oh, that's my boo right there." I'm telling you, boy. Listen. I'm telling you. Even I had 3 pit bulls called Faith, Patience, and Hope. All right, I had 3 pit bulls. They were all the same color. They were all black and white. They was young puppies. All they wanted to do was look up. So one night, she called me. She said, "I'm going to come by your house." I said, "Listen, I'm out with the kids. I left the door unlocked for you. Just come on and go on in," right? So the dogs had got away. The dogs had got out the fence. And when she come to go up them steps, here come these 3
pit bulls. I'm telling you, he almost lost me right there. That moment, he almost lost me. That was it. I'm running from 3
Hey, what's up,
pit
Jessica?
bulls.
Hey, what's
I'm
up,
all
Marianne?
on top of my car. I done lost my shoes. I had stopped and got us something to drink. I done bust one of the juices. It's funny now, but I said, this man set me up.
Hey, she called me. She said, "Joker, you set me up. You done turned them dogs loose on me. If you ain't want me, all you had to do was say you ain't want me." I was like, "What are you talking about?" Man, I'm telling you,
So
boy.
the 3 pit bulls. And so when I went to work the next day, I was telling Karen. Karen is watching. Karen said, "Sandra, just give him a chance. Just give him a chance." He done brought roses, set roses on the car. I'm telling you, I was done.
Man,
I was done.
I'm telling you, boy. Let me tell y'all something, right? Let me tell you something. Just to get to where we are, we went through some stuff, boy.
We went through
some stuff, boy. Went through some stuff. And then, right. I remember when I proposed. Now I can't tell you how I proposed.
No, you gotta keep something.
Sometimes we just got we sorry. But listen. So I took Destiny with me, and we went to the jewelry store, Destiny and I, I had Destiny help me pick out the ring. I had my daughter help me pick out the ring. And so Destiny was like, "Daddy, you want to marry me?" I said, "Yeah." I think we had about 10, 11 months.
Yeah, something like
about
that.
10, 11 months in the books. And I knew that I was living for Christ. She was living for Christ. And we was trying to do the best we can. She had a son. I had 2 kids. And I had my nephew living with me, Martell, at the time. And so we were just 2 people that were just trying to do the right thing about the gospel. And so I took Destiny and we went to Kay's, I think Kay's Jewelry. Yeah, Kay's Jewelry. And we bought the whole wedding band set. And so when we came back, I set it up at how she had cooked and everything. You know, it was kind of funny. And so her and I went into her bedroom and I proposed. So y'all gonna have to buy the book to figure out how I proposed. But it was funny. It was funny. I turned on some music, and I'm gonna just tell y'all, right? I'm gonna give y'all this part. I came to strip a pastor. Oh my! I'm telling you, man, it was funny. Listen, I don't know how I came up with that. I'm a comedian, I guess, but I don't know how I came up with that mess. But I came up with it, man, and it was funny. But I proposed, and she accepted. So in the process of proposing, we sat down at the dinner table. She had a piece of paper and a pen. I had a piece of paper and a pen. So we wrote down, and young people, you got to do this. If you're gonna come into somebody's life and you're gonna bring two lives together, young folk, listen, you got to do this. And enough people don't do this, but we go into marriages with these expectations, and we don't know what the other person's expectation was.
Right.
So we wrote what we was expecting on a piece of paper, and it was crazy because, and I'll say this, and I can say this. After raising two kids and my nephew, and I know her after raising her son by herself, you know, going through the trials and tribulations with finances. She was living in her own home and a single parent on her job. I know she was looking for a financial break. Guess what? I was looking for a financial break.
He told me too.
I wrote it on the paper.
He told me too.
I wrote it on the paper.
That should have been my second exit. But 15 years later, I'm still here.
Hey, that's right. That should have been your second exit.
I'm a single dad with kids and bills, just like you're a single mom with kids and bills.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
You know, I can help as much as I can, but I can't pay your bills.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. I was in the military. I worked at Fort McPherson, and so you know it took gas. I made sure my kids, the lights went off. I made sure they had clothes. I made sure the water went off. I made sure the rent was paid. The mortgage rent, I made sure the mortgage was paid. I had 3 cars at the time. I had motorcycles. I had insurance payment. I had insurance payment on my kids. So I didn't want to sell her a false dream to say, "Oh, babe, I'm about to take care of you," because I was looking for some relief. I was looking for somebody to help me with my kids. I was looking for somebody to help me raise my kids because I had my kids in Korea. My daughter had went to Korea with me, and we was in Korea for like 3 years, 4 years by ourselves. So when I got back to the States, I was looking for some help too.
I was just looking for somebody to love me and my son unconditionally, and me to love them. Hopefully help comes with that. But right. I'm the feely, emotional, touchy. I want love.
Right.
Forget all that other stuff. We'll make it work. We'll make it do. Yeah, I want you to do all this big stuff because God give me big dreams. I don't know.
Oh Lord, big dreams. Yeah, she's a big dreamer.
Yeah, he give me big dreams, big dreams. And so big dreams require big money.
Right.
So,
right. Big dreams require big money. So
but we serve a big God. So I was looking for love.
Right. Right.
So,
I was looking for some love too, but I sure wanted some help too.
You weren't looking for no love. You just said you were looking for help.
I was looking for love, but what I had on that paper, I need somebody to help me cook, help me clean, help pay some bills. Because when you're talking about uniting a family, we go into relationships, into marriage with all these false hopes. And the false hopes is that the man gonna pay all the bills. The false hopes are that the woman gonna do all the cooking the cleaning, the washing the clothes, and still go to work. So we go into a marriage with all these false narratives, these false dreams, these false hopes, and I know that I did not want to enter into a marriage with all of this right here. So I wrote everything down that I wanted on that paper. She wrote everything that she wanted on the paper, and we switched papers. So we was able to look at each other's paper. And because of that, we said we got to go to counseling.
Yep.
We got to go to counseling.
I'm telling you, I'm pro-counselor. I'm pro-counseling. Get you some help.
Yeah, get you some help.
We got to stop families. We got to stop trying to keep a marriage together when we are in trouble by ourselves. Yes, we trust and believe God for everything.
Yes.
Of course, absolutely. But sometimes you need a third party, someone that is neutral.
That's right.
To come in and be able to help you guide this thing. And believe it or not, we say the same thing. We just say it differently. Right. We're saying something totally different. So we need that third party to help us to be able to understand. Listen, she just said that in a different way, or that's what he's saying in a different way. Right. And so we were able to, we went to premarital counseling first and foremost. So before we even got married, we went to premarital counseling, and the premarital counseling was excellent. Yes. It helped us to determine and think about things that we had not even thought about. Even things as far as, I'll never forget, they asked, so when your kids are adults, will they be able to have a key to your home? That may sound like something that's small,
yes,
but that could be a big problem.
That's right.
If, you know, especially we were blending our family. And so even if it's your kids together, it may be a big problem if you think it's okay for the children to have keys to the house and they just come in and you hear somebody coming into your house and it's the kids, your adult children.
Right.
And then he may feel that they shouldn't have a key to the house. And so just talking about those things, we talked about he made us bring our credit reports.
Yes.
You know, we couldn't go into this marriage hiding anything.
Hold on. Hey, shouts out to my man William Hill, man. Minister William Hill.
Minister William Hill.
Hey, shout out to you, man. You did an amazing job. I don't know if I ever had an opportunity, and I think I told you, and I know First Lady told you, but you did an amazing job with the counseling session. And so we want to say, hey, man, big shouts out to Minister William Hill. We all used to go to the same church together. Before we relocated back to Florida. But I just want to take that time, man, and say shots out, man, to Minister William Hill for that counseling session. Go ahead, First Lady, and then I'm going to talk to y'all about the blended family, because that's powerful.
Yes. And so we had to bring credit reports. We were not coming in hiding bills. We were not hiding, you know, I'm thinking he's 700-800 credit score. He's thinking I'm 700-800 and we got a 550. Like, we had to bring, because these things are very important. So we had to bring our finances. We had to bring bank statements to find out, you know, credit card debt, just to find out what we were getting into financially. Because, as you know, finances next to infidelity are the top two reasons marriages don't survive.
Right.
But sometimes people are willing to forgive infidelities.
Right.
It's those finances that sometimes is like top tier.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm going to tell you one thing.
Oh, Jesus.
Now, this one right here, he doesn't cut up about much. But, boy.
That money.
When that money get funny.
Boy, when that money get funny. That money get funny, boy. And so, listen, and I think this is why counseling is important. And I'm going to tell you why I believe counseling is important. I didn't have much growing up. My mother worked hard, man. Miss Emma Jean, God bless her soul. My mother worked hard. And my dad, my stepfather came in. They did the best that they could. And we picked oranges. I slopped hogs. I cut grass. I did everything I could to try to keep $1 in my pocket. And we went to the orange grove 7 days a week before my mama finally put her foot down and told my daddy that these children going to church. But we went to the grove 7 days a week, and on Friday we got $5. $5, that's it, $5. And we picked a whole orange grove. But because I had a deep-rooted issue about money, and I'm talking about still today, I'm working on it. Still today, I work on it today. When that money get funny, I get funny. I get quiet. I'm telling you. I mean today, and people think I'm rich. Our kids, they was like, man, we thought y'all was rich, because they never went in lack. When they asked us for stuff, we was able to do it. The lights was always on, food was always in the house, and we wasn't getting no assistance. But our kids, they'll holler in a minute. Man, we thought, especially Destiny, she tell me all the time, boy, Dad, I thought you were rich. Danye, I was talking to my son one time, maybe like a year or so ago, and me and him was texting and emailing one day. That joker say, man, I ain't know you had no money problem. I thought you was rich. Because I never exuded or showed to our kids that we were, you know, making ends meet, living paycheck to paycheck.
Making ends meet.
So when Minister Hill made us bring all of this, it opened a lot of doors. It gave us opportunity to see who we're dealing with, what we had to do, and how we had to do it. And it has really been the root of our marriage, where we'll never allow money to destroy this relationship. Listen. I got to give y'all this, right? So in this counseling session, we had homework.
You know? He gave us homework.
I mean, we was in school. We was literally in school. This guy gave us homework every night. and he gave us like a new book to read. But the book that he gave us that was most important to us, y'all send up them hearts, them likes, them thumbs up, man. Listen, because somebody need to hear this. This is very important for the black family, because in the black family we have been taught what happens in our house stays in our house. Right. And black families have always said, you don't need no counseling, carry it to God. No. You need some darn counseling.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now.
Carry it to God, but carry it to the counselor while you're carrying it to God.
Right, because believe this. God made that position for that counselor. God owned everything. Colossians tell you everything was made for him and by him. Mm-hmm. So he made the counselor to, boy, give me some, boy, you finished all power words, boy. I'm telling you, so.
That's what happened 15 years.
15 years, boy. What? Finishing the sentence, boy. I'm telling you, boy. So listen, so we went to counseling. I got to tell y'all this, man. When this guy found out that we had a blended family, he bought this book and he said, you all have to purchase this book and you all have to read it together. The book was called The Blended Family. Mm-hmm. And we still have that book today on our bookshelf. We still have that book today on our bookshelf. Mm-hmm. This book carried us through so many emotions when a man and a woman is joining a family together, a ready-made family. Let's go and call it what it is, because that's what we call it back in the old days, a ready-made family. So when you joining a man and a woman together that already have kids, you need to know how to deal with this situation. Mm-hmm. Now, I thank God, boy. Ooh, Lord, I thank God that I didn't have none or even some of the issues that I've heard my friends talk about who have blended family. Because DJ was no issue. I mean, none. I'm talking about now. He ain't want to work. He ain't want to work as hard as I wanted him to work. Mm-hmm. All right, because I believe in cutting yards. I believe in get out there, help me wash cars. I believe in all of that. All right, so we had to find a way to make sure that I didn't offend her, nor did I offend DJ. Now, it was a little different for me because I came from a tight-knit family where my stepfather came in and took 6 of us. And my mother gave us 2 choices. She said, you can call him Mr. Milton or you can call him Daddy. I gave my kids those same 2 choices, right? Mm-hmm. You can call her Miss Sandra or you can call her Mama. You take your pick. But your daddy is getting ready to marry her, and when your daddy marry her, hey, this it. This authoritarian right here. And so the book was so amazing. And listen, if you are out there and you are dealing with a blended family, and before you run into some issues, buy this book. It's called The Blended Family. Go ahead, baby. I know you got something.
Oh no! I mean, it was it was some challenges. Again, we had some challenges, but we got through it. It's just a lot, and so you have to make sure, like my husband just said, that we have children that are involved. So when you have children that are involved, you want to make sure no one feels left out. No one feels like they are being slighted. I wanted all the children to feel loved, 110%. If I gave my life for DJ, who is my son that I brought into the marriage, that I would give my life for Destiny and Danye.
Right.
And so I just wanted the children, and believe me, they are watching. And I remember when I used to cook, and I would fix all the plates, and I would put and they were always looking at DJ's plate to see if I was feeding my son more than I was feeding them. And so I'm looking like, and I'm very observant. I'm very, very analytical person. I'm very observant.
Very.
So I would catch this. And so to make sure the children all felt loved and that they felt that they were being treated fairly and equally, I would just start fixing the plates and leave them on the countertop. Hey, you come and get whatever plate you want, because no one would ever be able to accuse me of saying that I did this one for this one and didn't do it for this one. When I bought DJ clothes for school, I bought all the children clothes
That's
for school.
right.
Because when I came in the picture, he stopped buying clothes and stuff.
I stopped doing everything.
He stopped doing everything.
I ain't lying. I ain't cook no more. I stopped cooking. And I used to cook. And I used to make Martell cook. I used to make my nephew cook dinner. I used to make my nephew cook. But boy, let me tell you something. When she came, I'm telling y'all, let me tell y'all something. Y'all ever seen a Joker get on the buggy and he get to riding the horse, or he leading the buggy wagon, and then as soon as the other person get in, he hurry up and pass the rein? That's how quick I pass the rein. Bam, here you go. You got it. I mean, I gave it. I looked at myself as the breadwinner, so I was always working. I was always trying to make sure they have. I was always trying to find another way to make money. I was messing around with cutting yards, and what I doing it all? I'm like the dead one, wasn't I?
No, you can't say Joker, Karen. You gotta say
Joker. Joker. That's right.
Joker.
Joker. I'm telling you. So it was good. Listen, we're gonna give y'all about 10 more minutes. We're gonna do a part two. We're gonna do a series of this, but we're just gonna get y'all to the wedding date for today, and then we'll come back and we'll do another part. We're probably gonna do 3 parts. 3 parts.
Did you tag Destiny? I want Destiny on this live.
You want Destiny on here?
What? We gotta get Destiny.
Somebody call Destiny and tell her I say call in. Jessica, call Destiny.
Get Destiny.
And tell her I say call in line. She got the number.
Destiny, she got to call in, honey, because let me tell you what.
Man.
That was the biggest challenge. Because she thought somebody came in and took
her spot.
She thought somebody came and took her daddy.
Listen, okay.
So
let me cover that, and I'm gonna give y'all a small smidget of that. I had custody of Destiny about 10 months. I want to say 10 months, and Destiny and I went to Korea. We went to Korea. I had become a single parent. Me and Destiny went to Korea, and when we got to Korea, it was just me and Destiny. Me and Destiny was in this fight together a long time. I mean, me and Destiny was in this fight, so...
Jessica, please let her be where she's at.
Hey, Jessica, I need you to call. Call Destiny right quick. Tell her to call in. Tell her to call the 404-324-0174 number.
Terrell and Karen. We about to get her on this phone, because those are 2 of my colleagues that I had to solicit. I'm telling you, they had to help me with this child.
So Destiny was... We had a van. Man, I don't care what radio came on, me and Destiny sung them jokes together. Boy, we'd be riding down the road, it would be me and Destiny. Boy, we were balling. Now, this was before I had got custody of my son. But, I mean, boy, we'd be going down that road, boy, me and Destiny be balling, boy. Terrell said, remember that first whooping? So, man, I mean, we would be balling, but, I mean, me and Destiny was a father-daughter duo. I didn't need to go to a father-daughter dance. I didn't need to. I had spent so much time with this child by myself. I mean, I was in the military. I mean, she went to daycare, she went to school, but I didn't pawn her off on anybody. I didn't pawn her off on my parents. I didn't pawn her off on her mom. I didn't pawn her off on anybody. It was just men. It was me and Destiny against the world. It was me and Destiny. So when Miss Sandra came, of course, there she is. Yo, what's up? I think we might have missed her. Let me see if I got her. Boy. Oh, hold up. Oh, my bad. I hit the wrong button.
Hello?
Yo, caller, what's up? What's up, girl?
Hey, family.
Hey, listen, everybody that's watching live on Facebook, you won't be able to hear unless you're on the Change the Truth Live Facebook page. But we have Destiny live on the line. We have our daughter live on the line. What's up, Deso? Can you hear me, Destiny?
I can hear you, Daddy. How you doing?
Hey, baby, how you doing? What's going on with you?
I solicited you for you to be. What you getting ready to do?
Get ready for this symposium I have on Friday.
Where's that at? Tallahassee or Jacksonville?
It's online.
All right, so where are you at right now? Tallahassee or Jacksonville?
I'm technically in Fort Myers.
Oh, okay. Well,
Okay.
we was getting ready to ride to Jacksonville, but since you're in Fort Myers, we'll stay
Oh,
where we
I'll
at.
be there tomorrow.
All right. Is Bailey coming back with you or she staying down there?
We can see what happens. What do you need to happen?
Well,
We'll let you know.
We'll let you know, yeah. We'll let you know
We,
tonight.
we didn't know you were busy, but I was trying to get you on this live so you could talk about this blended family and how when I married your dad, you thought I had took your spot.
Oh yeah, I was not feeling it.
She said she was not feeling that
No,
one.
no, I was not
She
feeling that.
said, man, she thought Sandra had took her spot. She said she wasn't feeling that. Huh?
Nah, I can't even lie about that. I was Thursday. I was the only girl.
Oh, boy.
So they can't hear her?
No, they can't. They can only hear her on the Change It's True podcast and on YouTube. All right, so listen, we are live on the Change It's True podcast. We are live on YouTube and Facebook. This segment will be sent to Spotify and to hey Terrell. You did have to talk to her. Remember that day she ran away? Terrell called herself runaway
Terrell?
over there at what name of the place you worked at on Bakehead?
Oh my goodness. Terrell had to pick her up, throw her around his back. I said I was gonna, she had not gotten
Oh, my goodness.
she had not gotten whippings. He said, Miss Sandra, here go my bill.
Listen, we jumping too far. Let me go back.
Terrell said she need a whip. Here go my belt.
Let me go
He
back.
gave me his belt. Lord have mercy.
Yeah. So once again, after we finished counseling and everything, everything worked out. But then we scheduled a wedding, and it was funny, right? So here go problem number 3. We went to Fort McPherson, and the chaplain, because as y'all know, I was in the military, so we went there, and the chaplain told me, "Oh yeah, we gonna marry you, no problem." 2 weeks before we get ready to get married, I go back to the chaplain to make sure everything was on. The chaplain was out because he had done a sleep study. So it was another brother there, Major Turkaloosa, and he was like, "Hey, I'm the only one here, and I'm getting ready to go on vacation. And ain't nobody told me nothing about marrying y'all. I mean, we 2 weeks out from our marriage, our wedding." And this joke was like, "I ain't gonna be able to do it." I said, "Hey, you need to get the chaplain on the phone, because if you don't get the chaplain on the phone, I'm gonna get the CG on the phone." Now listen, y'all, at this current time, before I retire, I worked for the CG at Fort McPherson. I worked in C4I. I worked in the top secret vault. I was the president of Cyanide Murphy Club on the installation. So I had a connection with everybody. I worked in the building with the FORCECOM 4-star general. And I had served in career with him in 8th Army. And here go this major telling me that I'm getting ready to go on vacation. I ain't marrying nobody. After y'all done took our money, we done paid for the chapel, we done got everything set up in 2 weeks prior. But let me tell you about the power of God. This man, Major Turkaloosa, his heart, and we still friends today. Matter of fact, I shot at him, Destiny. You can go ahead and hang up.
Yeah,
baby.
we're gonna do a special segment
special for you.
for the Destiny segment. Okay?
We'll do a special segment
love
for you,
y'all.
baby.
We love you too, baby. All right, bye-bye.
All right, so that was my daughter. We got off because y'all can't hear on the live. We do everything by headset with the podcast. There's no actual speaker to play that you all can hear, but I think I might have to look into that. But it probably will cause feedback because of the microphone. But listen, so finally we get to the almost to the wedding date, and everything is laid on. We done paid for everything. Counseling done went good. Oh, let me tell y'all one more thing about counseling before I get to this. I gotta tell them this right here. We decided that we was gonna move in one house. Now we didn't know this was coming. Minister Hill hit us with the black eye. We had just moved everything. We done got engaged. The wedding date set. We thought everything was ready in place. We moved in together. And next to the last meeting with Minister Hill, he looks at us. We just giggling and having fun and they're carrying on. He looks at us and he say, "I got a question. Do y'all live together? Because if y'all live together, one of y'all gonna have to move out. Man, our face got so tight-lipped up in that place, man. I'm talking about we ain't know what lie to tell. I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm gonna tell the truth. We ain't know what lie to tell.
No, you asked, are we gonna tell a lie? We gonna tell the truth. I said, we gonna tell the truth. Might as well tell the truth. It is what it is.
Man,
we may as well tell the
I'm
truth.
talking about the next to the last counseling date. This joker gonna ask us,
were we fornicating?
what we fornicating, what we shacking, what we living together.
Shacking and fornicating.
Man, I mean, listen. And then this joker gonna talk about, well, you know, if y'all doing that, we might have to terminate the counseling. Bro, we on the last day. We on the next to the last day. We on that because we wanted our certificate. We wanted everything. So we went about the right way because back then Georgia used to require you to have counseling before you got married. So we made sure we did everything right. We went to counseling. We went to counseling with the church. I mean, we paid for the counseling. Man, we did all. I mean, this dude on the next to the last day gonna ask us where we living together, where we fornicating, where we sleeping together. I looked at it, I said, babe, I'm moving out the room. I said, I'm moving out the room. Cause I wasn't going nowhere. We had did all, and thanks to my brother-in-law, Jamon Lindsay, and all of them from Credit Cure Plus, my brother-in-law, Ricky Lawrence, who's a real estate agent, the Buck, and everybody that helped us move during those times. U-Haul, I wouldn't have been able to get all them folks to help me move out again. No, so we had to move in again. We moved into 81 Greenleaf. And so back to the wedding piece. We get ready to get married. We got like 2 weeks, right? And here go Major Turkaloose. Talking about he going on vacation. But because of the power of God, that guy called me the next day. And he said, I didn't go to the general. All right, I didn't go to the general, but I threatened him. I ain't gonna lie, I threatened him. But I didn't go to the general, but he called me the next day and he said, Sergeant First Class Harris, he said, listen, what has happened here is not your fault. He said, now, the chaplain is out. He's out for the sleep study. And he said, I came over to fill in from Fort Gillem to be the chaplain at Fort Mac. He said, but I'm gonna marry y'all. He said, give me the information. So I gave him all the information. But let me tell you something. Our wedding, bless his soul. Mm-hmm. Our wedding, I mean, listen, he had to tell me one time, he gonna say, slow down. You looking like you ready to eat her. But he was smiling harder than I was. Wait.
He was.
I mean, he was smiling. I mean, we did that. We did, man, listen, we allowed him to do all our vows. We did a hand fast that we saw somebody else do. We did Holy Communion, and we jumped the broom.
And we got married March 17th.
And we got married March 17th on St.
Patrick's Day. Luck of the Irish. We were trying to get everything we could to make sure we hold this thing together.
Listen. You need it all. Listen, we have brought you up to the wedding day. We ain't gonna hold y'all long. We hope this has been beneficial to someone or anyone. But we do want to tell you and remind you that counseling is very important.
Counseling is important.
Tell us, give us your take on what you think counseling, why you think counseling is so important.
Well, like I said earlier, I think it's important because you have a neutral third party.
What up, Mike?
That can help you see things from a different lens or different perspective. We've had to have counseling, I believe, twice.
3 times.
3?
Yeah.
In 15 years?
Yeah.
I thought it was 2.
3 times.
And one of the times...
One time we quit. Tell them why we quit.
Because the sleepy counselor, he looking like, y'all ain't got no problems. I'm going to sleep. It's joking. We pay you our money and you in here sleep. But, so everybody knows that if you know us, in 2011, and my husband was military, okay?
Right.
So every 3 years they PCS'd and they moved around. And
Baby,
or
we gotta say that for the next segment. You about to go into the next segment.
That's the next segment.
That next segment. All we want to talk about right now is why you think counseling is important.
I was trying to get into the counseling.
But you about to tell them
why
the
I
next.
needed the counseling.
Okay, well, go ahead and
Okay.
tell the story. Go ahead and tell the story.
Okay, so I lived in Atlanta, Georgia all my life. All my life, I lived in Atlanta. So I didn't know anything else. And so I took a chance. I packed it. I left my son, who is, everybody knows, is the heartbeat of my world, the light
Man.
of my life.
That joke can't do nothing wrong. That
Cool.
joker.
He can't do nothing wrong.
That
I
joker,
don't
her other husband.
stars when I see him. Okay, that's my baby. I don't care how old he is. And so I left my son here. I packed up. I rented out my house because I was not going to sell it. So I rented my house. I quit my job I had been at my job 13 years at the time. I resigned from my job and followed my husband down to Florida.
Lake Hamilton.
Lake Hamilton, Florida. Now,
Lake Hamilton.
So he didn't tell me I was going into the country.
Deep in the country.
I'm talking about the country.
We ain't got but 3 streets.
And-
Run east and west, and we got 4 that run north and south.
I'm talking about country
Country.
where the roosters wake you up in the morning.
I'm telling you.
So it was an adjustment for me. I mean, it was an adjustment, and he couldn't understand. And then it's crazy because I had got accustomed to making a certain amount of money,
Right.
taking care of myself. I got down there, I had to totally rely on him.
Right.
And because I couldn't find a job. And I'm like, with all this experience, but the type of pay, they don't want to pay you the same. So
Right.
your expenses are here, but the pay is here.
Hey, Karen, you wouldn't have never made it down there, Karen. Karen, you wouldn't have made it, Karen.
And so I needed counseling.
Right.
So I suggested we go to counseling because we were butting heads. He couldn't understand why.
You needed counseling.
He couldn't understand why I was so sad.
Right.
'Cause
I couldn't.
I was sad.
Okay, so I couldn't understand. I was at home. I was in a place that I was raised. I was around my family.
And his
I was
friends.
around my friends.
And I was alienated.
I
from
could
everything.
ride motorcycles. I could ride dirt bikes. I could go to church with my daddy. I could be with my sisters and brothers and nieces and nephews who I had been separated from for over 20. I think at that time I had like 29 years. I had been separated from my family. I mean, I'm talking about I had never seen them. I'm talking about where I could see them every day. Because as you know, I joined the military, I did 20 years. And then I had been in Atlanta. I retired in 2006, so
5 years.
5 years. So I say 25, 26 years. I had really not had a close relationship or close contact with my own family. So I was at home. I couldn't see. I couldn't
He was
see.
living La Vita Loca.
I was living La Vita Loca. I was having a ball.
And I was depressed.
Miserable, right?
Miserable.
Miserable.
So I was miserable.
So yes, she was
And so
miserable.
that'll be a next phase, but that is the first reason why I wanted to get counseling.
Right.
Just to kind of navigate this new environment, this new, everything was new to me. And so being able to navigate that. And so I wanted some counseling because
Right.
he couldn't understand and I couldn't make him understand. So.
Right.
But it's important just to help you navigate and get through some tough times. I don't think I credit God, first and foremost. We just would not have made it 15 years without God on our side, without us keeping him first, without choosing to love God, love each other, because I still think love also is a choice.
Right.
You choose that you're, no matter what, it's not going to always be perfect, but you choose to continue to love this person.
Right.
And I'm a person, I'm a liberal. I'm a liberal at heart. I believe people have the power and the choice to do what it is that they choose to do. Even God doesn't impose on our will.
Right.
Now, he advises what to do, but he doesn't impose on our will.
Give us choice.
He give us a choice. Now, he'll tell us what you should do, but the choice is yours.
Right.
And so I also believe in that. You have the choice to be here and be faithful and do what it and treat me well, or you have the choice to go out and leave. And so I believe in choice. And so when you're doing that, in having that choice, you choose to continue to love each other. We choose to continue to put God first, honor God, and honor our marriage and our vows. And here we are, 15 years later.
Hey, listen, I'm going to say this. Counseling is very important. And actually, she don't know it yet, but I've been seeking some additional counseling, even in this age, this era. Pastoring a church, being a school teacher, educator, dealing with the trials of life. I don't have a lot of friends that I talk to, and being that I haven't met a conglomerate of pastors like I had in Florida that I could share my heartaches, my heartbreak with, to that I know it won't make it to the street. As a pastor, as a leader, as a father, as a man. So I have called TRICARE, and I got me a list of counselors, and I'm going through them right now because I want to select the best one so when I sit down to talk, and when I just could talk about all the trials of life, everything that I've been through from cradle to where I am now, I want to be able to just talk to somebody. I just want to talk. I just want to talk. I there's nothing wrong with me, mentally, physically, but sometimes you just need that person that you can talk to, that you can let it all out with, and you don't have to worry about hearing it again in the street or with your family. So I understand now that I am older and that I've been through many more trials. I understand now what my wife was going through at that time. I understand it even better now that I'm back in Atlanta, and I do miss my sister. I mean, my ride or die, Cherie, man, we used to talk every day. I used to be with that joker every day, and like now, we don't talk as much. That's my sister. I love her. She loves me. I know. We call frequently. I call my brother Sean, who had some trials in his life that we weren't able to really be together. And these are the things that make us make decisions. And sometimes we don't realize that. Well, a lot of times we don't realize that there's a group of people that is tied into this decision.
How that decision affects
Right.
everyone else involved.
Right.
The decision not only affected me, it affected my family, his family. I mean,
Right.
it was a decision.
Our marriage, everything.
Yeah, it affected everything.
Yes.
So we have to take into considerations when you're married, you have to die to I.
Right.
There is no longer I, it is we.
Right.
It is us. How will this decision affect us?
Right.
How can we, and so that has kind of been a challenge because Ralph is very independent and
Very.
I was very independent.
Yes.
And so having to now make decisions that I know may affect him eventually, I have to talk to him about those decisions.
Right.
And so it's important that you communicate as well. And so we have different topics, different segments. So today we just wanted to chit chat a little bit.
Yes.
In honor of our 15-year anniversary. And
Yes.
we'll probably do more of this with specific topics. Communication is key, is pivotal. Is critical, and then making decisions,
Right.
decision making,
Right.
all of that is critical, and how you make those decisions and how they affect everyone in the family.
All right, so let me say this before we get ready to end this broadcast. We are not counselors.
No,
All right, so we are not.
no, we're just talking from.
We're
our
just talking from
experience.
our experience.
Yes.
So, with that being said, when we bring up the next segment, if you want to ask us a question, you're more than welcome to ask us a question and about our marriage, how we dealt with a specific topic or a situation, how we made it through. And listen, let me tell you something. A marriage is not won from the top of the hill. If you can stand on the top of that mountain and look out, that's not the marriage. A marriage is won when it's in the valley. When you are going through your trials, your tribulation, your darkest moment, when you need counseling, when you believe infidelity has infiltrated the ranks, when finance situation has infiltrated the ranks, when you believe that you don't love me no more, when you believe you ain't treating me right no more, when Satan begins to put all of this in your mind, that is when the test come. That is when the real love come. And I can say this. And if you saw my earlier post, our trying times was outweighed by our good times. If you look at the pictures that we take and the places we've been, the vacations we've been on, the good times, let me tell you something. If you are married or you planning to get married, you got to have vacation time for you and your wife.
That's right.
Also, here we go. You got to be able to trust your wife or your husband to go on vacation without you.
Yeah.
All right. My wife, I got the boys group, my wife got the girls group. And I am so happy with the group of friends that I go on because it's nothing negative. It's all positive. I mean, man, we get in the van, they say, throw out a topic. I remember the first time, I told you? The first time I jumped in the van with these guys and they said, throw out a topic. So I didn't know what they was talking about. Man, they started talking about the Bible. And I'm like, I went to scratching my head because I thought we was about to be about something else. And it's been amazing, man. It's so much that we want to talk about. It's so much to talk about, but we don't have enough time in the day. And so with that being said, I want to tell you that counseling is very important. Do not allow anyone to tell you that you don't need counseling. Listen, I'm a pastor. I've been in the church since a little boy. And I grew up with some of the same stigmas that a lot of folks grew up with when they say, oh, you don't need no counseling, just go to God. Let me tell you something. The best thing that you can do is to get a live third person. God is alive and well. Jesus Christ is alive today. He's sitting on his throne and he's walking this earth in all kind of ways. But it is good for somebody to know the law from Georgia or Florida or Virginia, wherever you may live at, that has something to do with counseling. Somebody that's been to school 10 or 12 years that can tell you about your situation. And there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying what they say is the law, but you take what you can use and throw the rest of it out the window. If it doesn't pertain to you. Counseling is very important. And I can tell you from the onslaught of our marriage, going to counseling with Minister Hill was a blessing to my soul. It was a blessing to my soul. Now, I can't tell you how Sandra feel about it, but one thing I know, it was a blessing to my soul because of the simple fact that I was able to get a variety of what marriage would be like.
And not only that, we were being counseled based on scripture.
Yes, biblical.
And it was biblical principles.
Yes.
And that is what drives us. That's who we thrive to be. And so when you're trying to take your thought process and how you were raised, my thought process and how I was raised. No, what does the word say about this situation?
Right.
What does God say about this situation? And so he was able to, because a lot of times you see it from your perspective. I only see it this way because this is how my mom said do it. This is how my mom did it. And you only see it that way because that is how you do it.
Right. And
that's how your parents did it. But he says this is what the word says.
Right.
And this is what God says.
Right.
And so it was a blessing, especially to be able to have someone that was using biblical principles as opposed to now we have them using science or psychology.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with science or psychology, but right now, I'm telling you.
For us, we want the biblical.
We want biblical.
Right. So without further ado, before we end this broadcast, I want to say this. The Bible tells us when two are joined together, they say when you're married, you join together as one. And so as First Lady was just saying, you come from two different walks of life. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, how can I put these two people together to make one?
Right.
You're talking about different ethnicities, different backgrounds, different teachers. A lot of y'all still cook that steak how your grandmama cooked it. A lot of y'all still vacuum the floor how your grandmama showed y'all to vacuum the floor.
Sweeping when
Right.
you got a vacuum.
Right. Sweeping the floor
When you got a vacuum.
when you got a vacuum cleaner.
Because your grandmama ain't
Because your grandma used to sweep the floor. And instead of buying a vacuum cleaner, matter of fact, they got a vacuum cleaner now that you can do it with your phone, they do it by itself. But you still sweeping the floor because your grandmama say the floor got to be swept a certain way. So what I'm saying by saying that is this. We come from all walks of life. We come with our own rules, our own ideologies, our own idea, our own everything. But when you are married, you got to find a way to become one. And some of what grandma said and grandpa said is not the law. A lot of what grandma
lot of
said
it was not the law.
is not the law. Especially when it comes to the word of God.
You're right.
And when it comes to the word of God. So listen, we never want to end this broadcast without giving honor to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, who is truly the head of our life, and because him, there is life. I always want to thank my amazing wife for giving me the opportunity and pushing me with this podcast, because I've been talking about it for years, on top of years, on top of years, on top of years. And finally, I woke up one morning because the Spirit was in me, and here we are with the podcast. I never want to enter a broadcast without saying something about the 3 Ds, DeMarco, Danye, and Destiny. And of course, their famous dad. All right, so listen, man, to each and every one of you, and to the great fraternities that we are part of, Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, and
Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, and none of our thoughts and views represent our organization. These are our individual thoughts and views.
that's right. So we always like to lay that out. It doesn't represent our employer, and it doesn't represent the church that we leave. These are our own thoughts and views of our marriage and our situation. Hey, listen, we thank each and every one of you for viewing today.
Thank
We thank you
you.
for tuning in. Hey, listen, we ask you to share this broadcast with someone. Share it on your Facebook page, share it on your Instagram, on Twitter, however you can share it. Even if you can just go to our YouTube page. If you look in the background, you'll see our YouTube page. It's called The Change is the Truth podcast. All right, and you'll see our logo. Go ahead and hit the share button, like and share and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. But listen, if you know someone that's married or someone that's getting ready to get married, listen, share this broadcast with them. You can share it either by Facebook or you can share it by YouTube. But listen, we thank each and every one of you for staying the course, for tuning in with us. And we just want to say God bless you and may God keep you. It's forever our prayer. And as we get ready to leave this broadcast, we want you to know that we love you and we'll never allow you to leave our heart. Thanks to all our friends and family for being with us. Thanks for our friends and family for giving us positive pushes and giving us positive quotes that when it seems like that we were going through, you were right there to say, hey, listen, y'all can hang in there. We definitely want to thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, man, for all that he has done.
Amen.
Even in the midst of our trials and tribulations. We thank our kids. We thank Destiny for always being that rhyme of reason. We thank Danye for just loving us. And we thank DJ, man. DJ be pushing, boy. DJ be pushing Pops, boy. DJ be pushing Pops. He just pushed me again on Valentine's Day. To my Pops, I'm going to show you how to do Valentine's Day. So, man, we definitely thank our kids, man, for being a part of this marriage. And listen, by no means, what we are talking about are we saying we are perfect, because we are not. We are not.
But I'm hungry.
Yeah, we sure not hungry. You hungry?
Mm-hmm. Can you feed me now?
Yes, I can feed you. So
Are you gonna feed me now?
I fed her 2 nights in a row because our anniversary tonight is her night.
Okay, I'll feed you.
Boom, 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 boom. Hey, listen, God bless y'all. May God keep y'all. Would you like to give a parting shot before we leave?
No, I just want to thank everyone for tuning in and watching, supporting the Change is the Truth podcast, where Pastor Ralph will discuss all topics.
All topics. Nothing is off limit.
Nothing is off limits.
We're going to do it with respect. There will be no profanity or none of that on this podcast. It will always be done with respect, and we'll always operate in excellence, because that is who is in charge of my life.
And I would like to thank you for having me as a special guest today.
No, you're always a guest. Matter of fact, you part on.
Thank you for
You can come every time. What you mean? You can come every time. Every time I fire this machine up, you can come. Every time. You part on them. Hey, listen, God bless y'all, man. And remember this, to change is the truth. In order to change, you must know the truth. All right? Always remember that. In order to change, you must know the truth. Hey, God bless y'all.